What's going on, Genshin Impact players? Long time no see. If you haven't heard, the banners just dropped for the next patch. This is going to be the first ever Dendro banner, and I'm super excited to talk about who's going to be on these banners and whether or not you should pull, well, on either of them if you're just looking for value. That being said, because there's going to be Dendro on these banners, they are already going to carry a lot more value, but anyways, let's just get right into it. You go in game, you go over to this menu over here, you go to notices, and under notices, if you go over to event, you can now see an event that's going to take place at the beginning of the next patch. You're going to be able to get a free COLLEI out of here, which is going to be pretty dang cool. So if you want a free COLLEI, definitely make sure to do this event. But that's not why we're here. We are here for these two banners. Now, these look insane. These are absolutely nuts. So we have the TIGHNARI banner. I'm pretty sure I butchered the hell out of that name, but you should just expect it to be really bad from me until I can get lessons with someone in person. Anyways, so you see these 3 4-stars. So you have COLLEI, who's going to be the first Dendro 4-star, and just by the fact that, again, we don't really have Dendro in the game, we're only going to have Dendro MC when it starts, COLLEI becomes more valuable. But that being said, you're able to get her for free. So if you're thinking about, oh, I just need to get a Dendro character to have Dendro for when, you know, the content requires Dendro, don't sweat it too much. Dendro MC is going to be fine, probably. COLLEI's going to probably be fine. You'll get one of her for free. So don't feel pressured to roll for COLLEI. But there's also Diona and Fischl. So over here, you have Diona. She is an amazing unit and definitely underrated. A lot of people actually think she's not that great just because she doesn't provide like any damage at all. Her shield is incredibly powerful. Her C6, if you manage to get it, gives your entire team elemental mastery. She can use sacrificial or Favonius bow, and she just has an insane shield and healing. Like, her utility is off the charts, and I definitely highly recommend building Diona if you don't have access to a lot of other shield characters, or if you're running any kind of freeze team. Diona can be amazing for that. So, and then on top of that, you have the Prinzessin, you have Fischl, and she's going to be the third 4-star. Amazing unit, absolutely insane unit. She's been broken since the beginning of the game, but with the electro buffs coming from Dendro, I almost feel like Fischl is going to be even more broken. And let me show you why. Let me go over to Fischl, where are you? Okay, so here we have Fischl. You go down to Ascension 4. She has this thing that goes, if your current active character triggers an electro-related elemental reaction, this will include Dendro. When Oz is on the field, the opponent will be stricken with Thundering Retribution, dealing electro damage equal to 80% of Fischl's attack. So from what we know of Dendro, it's going to buff electro and Dendro damage. We don't know exactly how that's calculated without the help of leaks yet, and I'm not going to leak anything on the channel, but we do know that it's going to be a big buff and that this is electro damage, and we do know that this has no internal cooldown, which essentially means that Fischl is going to be able to take advantage of that no internal cooldown to deal a ton of electro damage and have all of that electro damage potentially buffed by Dendro characters, which means that Fischl's value is going to skyrocket. Fischl is already an amazing unit. It's an amazing battery, amazing damage dealer, amazing electro applier. Now she's going to be even better. So Fischl is going to be an amazing pickup in this banner. As far as the 4-stars go, this does look like an amazing banner. Even for new players, getting a Fischl is really important. If you somehow are coming in during SUMERU, but you hadn't been there for 2.8, Fischl is really, really great. Diona is really great, and COLLEI is great. That being said, if you played last patch and you're playing this patch, you don't really need to roll on for these 4-stars because you'll have a free Fischl, you'll have a free COLLEI, so Diona will be the only one you're potentially missing. But okay, so between these two, let's talk about the 5-stars real quick. So obviously, TIGHNARI has Dendro bow powers. It looks like he's going to deal some solid damage, but it doesn't look like he's going to be the kind of guy to be on field all the time, which is, it kind of means that if you don't really like playing like quick swap, I can't imagine TIGHNARI is going to be good for you, but I can't necessarily say too much. I can't confirm anything that's based on leaks. All I know is that he's going to be a Dendro damage dealer. Don't feel pressured to pull for TIGHNARI just to have a Dendro damage dealer. I can almost guarantee you there's going to be more Dendro characters that deal solid damage. If you don't like his design, don't feel bad about skipping him. The other thing to think about, guys, is that TIGHNARI is going to the standard banner a couple patches down the line. So because he's going to the standard banner, you basically don't have to worry about if you miss out on him now. You'll probably get him when you lose your 50-50 at some point, and if you're playing the game long term, that probably isn't an issue for you, unless you're just incredibly lucky, in which case I'm incredibly frustrated with you and I wish I could be you. But for folks like us who lose every 50-50, him going to standard is fine. I don't know what him going to standard means for his power level, but I guess what I'm saying is you don't have to worry about missing out on him. The only reason you should roll on the TIGHNARI banner is if you really, really want him specifically, because you won't be able to guarantee him ever again after this point. He's going to standard. You will have a chance to get him, but you won't be able to guarantee him ever again. As for this banner though, if you are a new player to the video game, Why do these look so like weirdly cut in? Sorry, they don't look like they fit here. If you are new to the game, this is an insane banner. If you don't want Tignari, but you still want to roll for some of these units, this is crazy. Zhongli is such a good character overall. I'm not gonna say he's a necessary character because he's absolutely not necessary, but he's very good. He has the strongest shield in the game, and I think most people know that. That's really, really valuable. He's also enabling every single Geo team ever. But the main reason I like Zhongli is because he brings resistant shred with his shield, which is just super awesome. It's Geo resistant shred too, it's Animo resistant shred, it's all resistant shred. So because of that, his shield becomes even more valuable and it just makes him an amazing unit. So if you're a newer player, I can't recommend this banner enough. It's going to be so good, so much value, and I think that picking up Zhongli can be very good. Once again, don't feel like you need to pick him up, but he is very good. But on top of an amazing character banner, we also have this, which I think is actually an amazing weapon banner. A lot of people are going to argue against this, and I'm going to tell you exactly every negative argument for this banner right now, okay? First off, negative argument for the banner. Zhongli's weapon, Vortex Vanquisher, is not best in slot for Zhongli. It's actually still a really good stat stick, but people don't want to talk about that. It's not Staff of Homa, so it's bad. The bell is on this banner. Tignari's weapon is probably going to be niche in for Tignari like they've had for the past few weapons be. That being said, it's probably still going to be a good stat stick. Those are probably the main arguments that people are going to have for not rolling on this banner. And you know what, to be honest, guys, you shouldn't roll on the weapon banner if you are free to play. I just think it's an awful idea. I don't think it's worth going for unless you just genuinely, you're looking at leaks, you see 4 patches ahead, you see the future, you see everything. You've already seen us go to Celestia. You've already recruited Dainsleif on your alt account. Look, if you know it's that far ahead, go for it. I can't recommend rolling on this for free to play players. That being said, if you do happen to roll on the banner, I don't think it's that bad. Tignari's bow, we just don't know enough about it yet unless you look at leaks. If you look at leaks, then you'll stay informed. If you don't look at leaks, then good for you. But the 5 stars aren't what I would say like the value of this banner comes from. I would say the value comes from the 4 stars. So you have Stringless, Favonius Sword, Favonius Lance, Favonius Codex, and the Bell. So the thing is, Favonius weapons have been kind of on the rise as people have become more accepting of lowering their damage a little bit to get more uptime, which increases their overall damage because they have their burst up more frequently. People have really started leaning into Favonius weapons a lot more recently, and I cannot preach this enough. Favonius weapons are amazing. Having a Favonius Sword on your account, I feel like it's necessary. Having a Favonius Lance on your account, I think is a 100% necessity. I do think everyone needs one, but I don't think that you need to roll on this banner. I think that most of the time players are able to get Favonius weapons once they've hit AR 58 or something. It's a very rare case when someone's not able to get those. But that being said, if you are that far into the game, if you have that much progression and you don't really need any of these new characters, then I guess you could pull on this banner. It's just that there's 5 options for you to get that are rate up, and even then you could get a non-rate up weapon, or you could just get one of the weapons you're not looking for. But in a worst case scenario, you get the bell. In the second worst case scenario, you're still getting a really solid weapon. So overall, I actually do think that this weapon banner is not that bad. I wouldn't say it's like an amazing banner or anything. You don't have to pull on it. But if you do happen to pull for some of the 4 stars, Stringless is going to be broken on official, easily best in slot. Favonius Sword is going to be super good on so many different sword characters, and potentially Dendro Traveler as well. And then you have Favonius Lance, which is just going to be good on like literally every polearm character in the entire game. So with all that being said, I know I was talking super fast, unbelievably fast, but I'm working on so many projects right now. In my opinion, I actually think that these are some of the best banners we've had. I wouldn't say that this is like, you know, the best weapon banner or anything, but as far as character banners, this is a really good one. We haven't had a character banner this good in a really long time. If you don't want Tignari, or if you don't feel like you need him right now, do not worry. He's going to be on the standard banner. You're also getting a free COLLEI, so keep that in mind. But Zhongli is a super good pickup, and all of these 4 stars are good pickups, and Diona and Fischl especially have some great constellations, so you can't go wrong on the character banner. Anyways, folks, with that being said, I'm going to go focus on more Dendro videos. But in the meantime, if you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know if you're going to be pulling on these banners or not. Make sure to like the video so YouTube knows it doesn't suck, and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm also going to be live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Braxophone when the patch goes live, so hopefully I will see you guys there. Good luck on your pulls, everyone, and I'm so incredibly excited for Sumeru. I hope you guys are too. Catch you next time.